Welcome in, guys at home. If you're watching tonight, I have Trajan and Jaden in the house. How's it going tonight, fellas?
Yo, what's good, man?
What's going on, brother?
How's life down in Mexico?
Living the dream.
Yeah, for real.
Living, yeah.
I got many questions, and we'll get to them about the Mexico thing specifically. Because, man, I bet living down there is a whole nother adventure compared to America. But
No,
it's
it
super
is.
cool to have you guys on tonight. Look forward to hearing more about you.
Appreciate you having us.
Yes, sir. Now, like I told you guys before we started, if there's any kind of delays or it shoots you back, just join back in. Guys at home, they're slightly delayed a little bit, so just work with us here and we'll be good to go. Just trying to let everybody know. So, fellas, you had a pretty good game last night. You guys want to tell us more about that?
You want up?
Yeah, you got first.
Yeah, it was a well executed W. We came out with great energy. We knew that going into our bye week, this was a big win that we really needed to, help us get to where we need to get to entering the second half of the season. But I would say that it was just a well executed game plan, offensively, defensively, and special teams. To be able to really have a dominant win. Was able to pull away late in the game, but for the most part, we executed what we wanted to do from start to finish.
So you beat the Dinos 33-7. In terms of some of these names, guys, they're pretty crazy down there. Have you gotten used to everything?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it's a different environment for sure. So I mean, it's something to adjust to. But I mean, it's just like any other place, honestly.
Yeah, another league.
Yeah, just another league. Yeah, another play for football, and it's the same thing.
Gotcha. So, I mean, tell me more about your experience so far and just how you got there. One of you guys can start and kind of just lead into it. I mean, you don't have to spend 10 minutes telling me your whole life story, but I'm just curious, I guess, a little bit about your backgrounds and then how you ended up playing for the LFA.
All right, well, yeah, I'll go ahead and start. So, yeah, I'm a graduate of Georgia State University. I went there from 2017, graduated in 2021. 4 year, four-year player, basically. Played as a true freshman and then played on until my senior year. Declared for the draft in 2021, and things didn't necessarily go my way in the draft process, and I also had a few injuries I was dealing with at the time, so I ended up having to take maybe 2 years off, going into 2023, and I received a call to come to the LFA. A scout had reached out to me and another one of my college teammates last year. So last year was actually my first year in the LFA, and I had a good amount of success for my first year. And I just really it was a wake up call because I didn't know if I would actually play football again after having really 2 years off in a sense. So being able to get back out here and do what you love doing, it's a great feeling. But as well as doing it in Mexico, like a whole different place. So it's a blessing. But that's just a little bit about my background as to how I got here at least. But yeah, this actually is my second year in the LFA this year.
And you play linebacker, correct?
Yes, sir. Trying to expand my game and play some more DN too. Outside linebacker, get some sacks, rushing the quarterback. But yeah, predominantly I'm a linebacker inside.
Understood. I mean, in terms of your time playing,
All right.
is this a good experience in terms of the things you have done in the past so far? And this is just for you,
I would,
Trajan.
yeah, I would say it is. Just because, like I said, of course, playing in college, it was a great experience as far as being a student athlete, getting my degree, and still being able to play the game I love. But this is actually my first taste of professional like sports, and seeing the business aspect of things, like how things run as far as having mandatory community service, getting paid on specific days of the week, having specific, being on the time span for everything. But I would say that I'm very happy about, just the opportunity in general because, I'm still blessed to be able to still play the game I love, as well as be able to put some more film on my professional resume.
Understood. Jaden, what do you think about everything? I mean, tell me more about your background and kind of how you ended up getting your way.
Yeah, so I graduated from Brevard College's D3 school in North Carolina, up in the mountains. But I went in from 2018 and then graduated in the fall of 2022 because I took a fifth year from COVID. So then, I was the last season actually is what I needed because it was like a big breakout season for me. So after that, after I finished, it was a lot of tryouts, a lot of little combines to go to, like flying around, like until like last October, I was in San Diego for a little like XFL was it one of their showcases, and so I just happened to go there, and then while I was out there, I actually got in connection with the Gridiron crew, and after that, I mean honestly, like after 2 weeks, they got me in contact with the LFA, and from the LFA there, and I'm here. It's my very first professional year. And but between that, it was like honestly sitting a year, and I was coaching at Brevard to be a tight ends coach.
Gotcha. So being a tight ends coach, you're a tight end, I'm guessing, right?
Yeah.
That's cool, man. Y'all both got very interesting stories. And whenever Colin reached out from the Gridiron crew to kind of offer an interview or ask if you're interested, I was pretty excited because talking to the LFA guys are kind of hard. You guys have a different schedule. The service down there isn't as good for sure. So it's really cool to get to actually meet up with y'all and get to know you, like I said.
Oh, yeah. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
So tell me, what's the atmosphere like at an LFA game? Because I've seen videos, I've seen pictures, I've seen highlights, but I can't really sum it up for people that I'm trying to tell and describe this event to, because a lot of people don't even know this exists until someone tells you. So
Yeah.
kind of what's the atmosphere like? How does it compare to ball here in America?
If I was to compare it, you would see it as it's a great fan base depending on what city you're playing in. Like, so I can be completely honest. Like, in my opinion, we have some of the best fans in the whole LFA. Like, we put out a great crowd in our stadium, in our home stadium. And some stadiums are bigger than others, so they can't fill up how ours does. But for the most part, the fan base is huge. Like when there's a home game or away game, there will be a great amount of fan base there to support whoever the home team is, and sometimes the away team because these fans they travel just like fans in America do, like to go support their teams if it's a doable distance. So the way that I see it is like I've seen some huge crowds in college, but I would compare it to like a playoff environment in a high school game. It's a lot of people that come out to really see some good football, no matter what day, what time it is. But yeah, I love the fan base here. That's the best way I can explain it though, like a playoff environment for a high school game.
Understood. I'm gonna pull up this video I saw from yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I threw the flag.
I mean, it looks legit as it can get, just from looking at the background of the field, the fans, the stands, and then the big TV in the corner. It looks awesome, dude.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
From
the
watching,
Dino Stadium is insane. So
is it?
I mean, yeah, it was cool. I mean, they unfortunately couldn't actually score a touchdown, so we didn't get to see all their little cool flashing lights that they usually do. But
I guess that's a feat in itself, huh?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's awesome, guys. How many fans are we looking at? Just if you could guess, what coming to your games, what would you guys say? I mean, I know you're not going to be accurate 100%.
It's really crazy. I really want to say we have a lot of night games, and for night games, by the end of the game, it's really filled to the point that I really want to say,
Shit, 2000, right?
yeah, I was gonna say between 1,500 2,000.
Yeah.
Like, if we being completely honest, like for our home games at least. Away games, it depends on the team that we're playing honestly, and how big of a fan base they have. But our fan base is, I can say you can get up to about 2,000.
That's pretty good,
We
man.
lost them.
Yeah, it'll come back. You made it back yet, Phyllis? There we are.
Yeah, we're here. Yeah.
There we are. It's all good. It happens like this with going this far, so no problem at all. I tried to meet with some guys from an LFA crew. It's not you or your team. A week or two prior, and we could not make it happen due to service. So all good. Had a comment from XFL Mike G. He said, "Go Jeff Ace."
Oh.
Yeah, I have a tough year so far, my man. Real tough year.
Right.
I'm gonna pray for you guys. I really hope you guys can turn it around.
Yeah, that one's gonna be a trip too.
Yeah, it's gonna be a crazy trip.
Gonna play at the FAs.
I wish they had some English subtitles or something on there, man, because I'll be watching these games and it's crazy sometimes trying to keep up.
Yeah, a bunch of family and friends always tell me that, like, there's no English broadcaster or nothing. I'm like, yeah, you're just gonna have to understand football and just kind of look at it and see what it is.
Yep. And then they get so excited. I want to know what they're saying. Those people get into that announcing now.
Yeah, because they understand football. Like, American football is just the language barrier. We deal with that every day, like living in Mexico. So hearing the broadcast, that's really what we're accustomed to in person, in the regular life of living in Mexico, really.
Gotcha.
Yeah, Google Translate your best friend.
Yeah.
It's my best friend right now, so I can't imagine for you guys. Since we're talking about this, why don't you share?
Football over here.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was saying they definitely love football over here because I've noticed that flag football is famous. Like, it's really big.
They have NFL ties.
Yeah, big ties to like flag football. Like, even at the college we stay by, like, a lot of the people that play for the college, actually, like, if you go look them up, they're like followed by like 60,000 people. Like,
wow.
Each of them have like their own fan base off of just playing flag football.
Is the LFA? It's the biggest professional football there is in Mexico, correct?
Yeah.
Yes, it is. Actually, I was a whole draft for it, in-season trades, made cuts, roster tags. You got a roster number that you got to get down to before the season starts, sending people home. Yeah, it's a real deal, professional football.
That's sweet, man. They've been around since 2016 from my research. Is that correct?
Yeah, that sounds about right. Some teams have been in it longer than others. I believe we've only been in it maybe 7 or 8 years. I really can't remember.
They did have another league
Yeah.
for LFA. Was it SoFam?
Yeah, I want to say yeah.
That's cool because I wouldn't know unless you guys told me.
We trying to. Yeah, LFA is gonna be big in a few years. Honestly, it's just still up and coming. Like, trying to get some more Americans in it. Just to be able to diversify the league a little bit. But yeah, I think it's a lot of good things happening in this league. So hopefully it sticks around for a little while longer. Honestly.
I agree with you. Just you guys, having this opportunity is real big in my opinion, and it's awesome that you can do that. From what I've talked to, a lot of the Americans just go over there and shine. I mean, most of the Americans are pretty legit when they get over there and start playing. From the people I've spoke with.
No, you definitely do. The level difference is, I wouldn't say it's ginormous, but like you can definitely tell the difference between like how we play and they play. Like there's a lot of, even in the coaching, I would say, like you can see the difference between like specifics and what like translates to working best for each position, especially like when I work with receivers. Okay, that works. Okay, it seems a little low level there, but it's fine. I mean, it's something you come to there to show them what you're about and what you do. So, I mean, it's good though. I mean, the competition, they all play pretty hard and aggressive, and they try to compete. So,
How many Americans are on y'all's team right now?
16 technically.
So last year they allowed us to have 12 Americans. This year up to 16. So not every team has 16 Americans, but that's the most you can have. But we were made aware that only 7 Americans can be on the field at a time. 7 out of 11, can be on the field at a time.
Oh, it's not. So it's not 8.
I don't think it's 8.
No, it's not 8. Yeah.
That's cool then. Yeah, so last year when I was talking with folks about this league, it was lower, and I remember that. So that's good that they raised it for more opportunity.
Yeah, because I have heard a few leagues, like, they actually cutting the number down in Americans. Like, XFL, I've heard they went from 4 to 3 or 4 to 2 or something like that. And I ain't really heard too much about the ELF. Like how many they're actually allowing this year, but yeah, I see some leagues are cutting down the amount of Americans that like coming to the league each year for each team.
Since we're talking about, I guess, how you guys have it down there so far, tell me what's some of the best parts of living and working in Mexico, especially compared to America?
Yeah, I'll start with that. So living-wise, I will say that, it's not a huge drop-off from, like, living in America, other than, of course, your living is paid for down here. So, it's not like paying rent, because, you're basically taken care of as far as that aspect. But I will say that you're low-key, at times, it's a blessing and a curse, because you're looked at as a superstar at times, but you're also looked at as not even a target, but, a scary person, because you don't look like everybody else down here. And, that'll rub some people the wrong way, make them want to stay away from you. But as far as the most part, it's a lot of fans. Like, a lot of people, you'll take a lot of pictures, sign a lot of autographs, randomly walking up the street, in malls, at charity events, you name it. But as far as living, overall, I love it. Like, that was one of the main reasons I came back. The city does show a lot of love to the athletes, specifically the football team. Like I said, like Jaden said, they're huge supporters of American football down here, and they love that we're actually players for their team and in the city that we play in.
What do you think, Jaden? What's some of your experiences there so far in terms of the best parts?
I mean, I'm a big food guy, so I definitely love the food out here. I mean, yeah. Now there's not. I mean, everything over here is a lot more natural, of course. So there's not a lot of like processed stuff. So I mean, the food to me is just really good. I mean, and it's a bunch of new food I have yet to really actually try, because we have our own version of Mexican food, but like real authentic food over here is definitely different. But it's a lot better than what I was expecting. And like you said, the community here is great. They show a lot of love, and they do definitely give you like a side eye when you're like walking, like, yo, like you're definitely not from here. So it could go either way. It could go really good. So I mean, a lot of times for us, it's recently gone pretty well. Like a couple of our teammates have ran into fans in HEB, and they just stop and try and take a picture. They're wearing a jersey or something. I mean, it's really fun. I love the whole community, the people, the food. So, I mean, I'm big on the food and people, so it's cool.
That's cool, for real. I'm not gonna lie, the food would be the best part for me as well if I was heading that way. I gotta say.
Yeah, the tacos are great.
Tacos, quesadillas, burritos. Hey, like you said, everything's authentic, man. Gotta love it. Gotta take it all in.
Sounds awesome, guys. So right now we're talking. You guys are in your apartment, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hear your fellas in the background, so that's why I was just curious. I didn't know if you guys were somewhere else or
Yeah.
whatnot.
My bad.
Oh no, it's all good,
You know,
man. It's fine.
this is kind of the lit room, like where everybody feels comfortable coming to, playing the game, talking. This is where we link up at.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I'll definitely say the apartment's better than my college dorm for sure. So I'll take it.
You guys all room together, I guess, as well. Certain individuals with others, or do you have your own place?
Yeah.
So we have it's a apartment of 3 rooms and it's 3 people in it. So each of us have our own little room, but 3 to a section.
Cool. That's cool. They take care of you as well. I mean, that's a big incentive to go play.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Leave your loved ones and whatever job you had back in America to come out here. So yeah, they understand that to a certain extent that we're gonna rely on them heavily. So them giving us a place, a roof over our head, weekly stipends, it's great, taken care of at least in our situation.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And even our QB said he's somebody that's played overseas quite a lot. He's been in the leagues for a good amount of time. ELF, X League, but he even commented on the fact that this is probably one of the best living spaces that he's even been to.
So it's a nice city as well, I'm guessing. I mean, what's the feels like? Is it a big city? Is it an old city? Is it? I mean, what are we talking like?
So the city we are in, even where we're living, is called Zibata, and it's like a small city inside the city. And we sometimes we joke around about it. We call it the Beverly Hills. The view of where you're at when you're looking, it's really nice. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Super jealous. That sounds awesome.
It's multiple mini shopping centers. The view as it is with mountains, seeing the sunset, and us practicing right beside the field that have this amazing view. It's a lot to take in, but like you said, it is a mini city inside of the city of Querétaro that we actually live in. That's actually the city for that the Gallos Negros is connected to. And I will say that before I came out here, it raised a lot of eyebrows from my loved ones because, not a lot of great. You can see a lot of bad that happens in Mexico to
Yep.
Americans instead of good. But this is actually one of the safer cities in Mexico, compared to Tijuana, Monterrey, Jalisco. This is actually one of the safer cities that crime isn't, a huge problem, drugs, everything like that. So that actually, soothes our loved ones' minds knowing that we don't really got to deal with that, that often at least.
Understood. XFL Mike G said,
Yeah,
"Is it a college campus?" Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Jaden. Go ahead. It's delayed. So finish
No,
your
you're good.
thought.
You're
No
good.
worries.
No, you're good. I was piggybacking off of what he was saying, because what we see from, our perspective, online or, and even on Twitter, because Twitter has a lot of just unfiltered things, especially just everywhere. But, a lot of it, you'll see stuff about the cartel or whatever. They could even label it the cartel and it not even be them. But, that just is a bad perspective on Mexico just in general. But Mexico's big and there's a lot of nice places everywhere and a lot of bad places everywhere. So you'll find your spots, but this place is really nice, and especially my dad being in the military, he's got some buddies that work at the embassy who was telling me about the place. He was like, honestly, you're in a really safe spot, so you should be straight.
If you guys feel that way, I definitely believe you because I'm sure you've been out and you've done things. It's not like you just sit at your apartment all day. You got to live your life, and you both seem very happy in any of our conversations so far, for sure.
Definitely.
Yeah, man.
XFL Mike G said, "Is it a college campus?" I guess it means pertaining to where you live.
Yes. So basically, yeah, because we practice at one of their college facilities. Their field is where we practice at a lot. So we're right by it. Yeah.
Walking distance.
Yeah,
like not right on campus, of course, but it's basically student housing. Like a lot of people
Gotcha.
that we live around, they definitely go to the school.
Gotcha. That's cool though. I mean, it puts you right in the nightlife as well, I'm guessing, or things to do.
Yeah.
For the most part, yeah.
And they're not typically like where they have like the dorms on campus, whereas like the college is kind of completely like separate and you go to the campus. So like a lot of the living space out here is a bunch of apartments. Honestly, there's not really like a dorm itself.
That's cool, y'all. In terms of opportunities, I mean, you guys want to share kind of what you think this opportunity provides for you and other athletes?
Yeah, I'll go first with that. Yeah, so as far as opportunities, I would say that, I've I've seen like people that I played with last year actually go on to coach in this league, as well as coaching other out of the country leagues. So, if coaching is what you want to do, like, and you have the experience, you can, find outlets to do that out here if you willing to live in Mexico or another country in general. So it will help your resume, as well as most people, it's just really to get film. Like, this is just another professional league that you can attach to your resume to, try to go up to a bigger league. Like, we see the UFL, we see the CFL, it's even other people still trying to actually, there's plenty of other professional leagues that people do want to explore, but we're just trying to, get as much film as we can in this one, make a name for ourselves in this league, and if that doesn't work, just like a situation like mine, coming back is another alternative, like to come back for another year after this.
Yeah, and to piggyback on what he said, the film especially, like knowing that like they pick up a lot of high end athletes coming out of college, especially like people that they said they've signed, or somebody like, for example, he's from Georgia State and I'm from a small D3. Like I'm competing with somebody that they typically wouldn't see or expect. Like he's not really give or take. That's probably what they say or not. I don't know, but like that opportunity in itself is to show like, okay, I can play with him, I can play with these people, I can play up to the level, I can compete. So at that point, once I get film, they can see from a outside perspective, like, okay, he can play, he can do his thing, he can move up.
Understood. All very relevant and real things. That film is crucial. I've heard that from many, many athletes, that game film is needed, and it's so hard to gather unless you get the opportunity.
Yeah, you're right.
So in terms of playing time, do you guys have like a expiration date on how long you can stay there? I mean, I guess it goes by visas and such, or is the league actually got something in place where you can only play so long?
Man, we got players in this league that are pushing 40. Like, I mean, they might not play as much as the young grasshoppers that's in their 20s, but they're in the league. They still show the practice, show the game, but there's not really an expiration date for us, at least. Like, if we prove our worth and they want to invite us back and we agree to contract terms, we can come back every year, and as long as they want to have us, really.
Yeah. When you come through customs, though, I mean, of course, you have a certain amount of days you're allowed to be here, but of course, we're here for the season, so they'll give us an amount of however long days we are for the season. But yeah, no, the age difference is definitely something I had to realize for sure, because like sitting next to a receiver that's from here, he's like, I think he's like 30, and I'm like, oh, and then I like tell everybody like, because I just turned 24 in February, and I was like. They're like, oh, and I'm asking other people that just got drafted, and they're like, no, I'm older. I'm like, yo, like, so they also play like in college, so they're like 25, and I'm like, damn, I'm the youngest on the team, huh?
You're the baby.
Yeah, for sure.
What do you guys kind of plan for the future? I mean, you can both kind of share with me what you think, but what are we looking at? Are you trying to make it back over here for another league, or what you looking at?
If I'm being completely honest, my eyes are set on the CFL currently. I've been working really hard trying to just get my eye, get an eye on me, just to at least get I've done the showcases, like he was saying, like for XFL and for the CFL, and I see that the UFL, of course, is starting up, and I would love the opportunity to just go up. I love this league. I love that I've got an opportunity to come here, and make my mark here. But everybody's best interest is to go up, and that's what I would like to do in the by next year, if not the next 2 years.
I like it.
Yeah, I'm pretty much in the same boat, honestly. But this also being my very first professional year, understanding I have to get more film and I need film, and to really make a mark. I mean, it's possible that I could come back, and I wouldn't mind coming back. But of course, like anybody else, I would definitely like to move up UFL, not Expo, but X League. Both opportunities in itself. Like if I was able to, I would definitely take it.
Yeah, that's very respectable, guys. I just didn't know if you had a dead set goal. I'm guessing I'll see both of your names somewhere next year for sure. Hopefully you do make it where you want to be. Seriously.
Yes, sir. We appreciate it.
That about wraps it up for me, but is there anything you guys kind of want to share or talk about before we get off the air?
We hit on really everything. For anybody that's actually watching that does want a shot in this league, because I continuously have people reach out to me. But after the season's over, it's very rare that people bring back the same people, because this league wants new faces in it. So, I'm pretty sure I'm open to trying to help anybody that is looking for a home. So, you can reach out to me, and I'll put you in connections with the coaches. And, if they feel the need to bring you in or want to talk to you deeper, then, of course, I'm willing to help with that. But this league, like I said, is expanding, and they are looking for new talent every year. So, if that is the case, just reach out to me, and hopefully I can help you find a home.
Sure.
Much
Vice
appreciated.
versa. I mean, he's a big man over here, so of course, what he said goes.
Yeah, that's about it, honestly.
Hey, fellas, it's been a good conversation. I appreciate it greatly. Good luck as your season unfolds. That win last night was really good, though. And to be honest with you, that was the first LFA game I've sat down and watched live completely. And good stuff, y'all. Good stuff. Keep it up. And it's enjoyable. It's very entertaining. I just wish we had some English of just some degree.
Yeah, no, I agree. Yeah. Hopefully we can get somebody
in the future. Hopefully we can make it happen, man. Like two broadcasts maybe.
Before y'all hop off too, I want to say
we
thanks.
Appreciate you having us too.
Yes. Appreciate you guys again. I wanted to say thanks to the Gridiron crew for hooking the interview up. Appreciate them. Great fellas over there. I've had a lot of different athletes from them, and we just have this, discussion. We just talk a little bit and get to know you. So appreciate them. And once again, appreciate you both. Keep representing America over there, man. The Black Roosters. Y'all got this.
Oh, yes, sir. We got you.
We really do appreciate you having us on here. That was a great opportunity for us to, talk and let people know what's going on. But I appreciate that.
For sure, guys. I'll have your socials and stuff in the notes so people can find you easy. If there's anything you want me to add to it, just shoot it my way. You got my number.
Okay. If anything, my tag Jaden the Asian. It's a pretty very tag name,
Yeah.
When I first found that, I went and verified. I was like, man, I know this isn't real. And yeah, it's real.
It's so perfect.
A little catchy name I had since high school, so.
Hey, we've all been there. I still got that old email address from high school, middle school. I remember them days.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, good job, fellas. Appreciate y'all, and have a wonderful night. Take care and be safe. Take care of your bodies as well.
Yes, sir. You too.
Must need a bye week right now.
There you go. There you go. Enjoy it. Don't eat too many
Thanks so much.
tacos.
Try not to, man.
Some gringos too. Come over here and learn about some gringos and things like that.
Definitely, yeah.
Y'all gonna have me
Some
Googling
unlimited
stuff now.
like video. No, I'm telling you, unlimited video over here.
It's sick, man. All you eat.
Quesadillas.
Let's see. Yeah.
I want to know what this is. I really do. I really do. What is it? Tell me.
They have like a million names for like certain meats. So of course, like it's in Spanish, so we don't really know what exactly which. But like,
Get you a little horse, some dog.
Yeah, here and there, little pizzazz, little specialty. But nah, birria. I don't know. I don't even know what it is, honestly.
I got so much of it in the States.
I thought it was steak or like.
It reminds me of brisket, but it's just
brisket. I think it's brisket. That's what it is. Yeah. That's what it reminds me of. But yeah, you get like they unlimited. Like they have an offer over here in this little spot, and so you get like quesadillas like that are with birria. Yeah,
love it.
They got this like soup broth. You dip it in, and it's like, man.
Oh, I know what you're talking about now. I got you. It's just I've seen the American version, definitely not the Mexican version.
Yeah, very authentic. Like we said, very authentic. Honestly.
Man, appreciate y'all's time, guys. Enjoy y'all's time there. So you got to come back. I'm a little jealous, not gonna lie.
Hopefully we get you out here.
Yeah, no, for real. Get you some tickets.
We'll show you a great time. We promise.
Hey, I for sure will reach out if I ever head that way. No doubt.
Do that, man.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you, brother.
Again, man.
Yeah, thank you.
Y'all be good, fellas. Have a good night.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. You too.
Bye-bye.
Peace.
I appreciate that. That was a good interview. Had a little bit of delay on the audio just because the Wi-Fi there is a little weird. But it's cool we got to meet up with them. I've had a couple interviews that didn't go right just because we didn't have service or cell service or internet or anything. So it's cool that they were able to do that. You can tell they really had to pull themselves away from the madness there and find the quiet spot. So appreciate them guys for meeting with me. That's Jaden and Trajan, both solid athletes. Trajan played at Georgia State and Jaden played at Brevard College. So both on the little bit of different ends of the spectrum, but you can see how they found that opportunity down there in Mexico with the LFA. Check out the LFA if you haven't. Pretty easy to watch once they start streaming. It's all from YouTube. Quality is good. Quality is really there with it, but it's in Spanish. So if you can understand Spanish, heck, that's where it's at. But definitely don't need announcing for games. You just kind of mute it and watch it in silence, but it definitely helps when you want to know players and stats and names. So hopefully we'll get some more of that as we go with this league. But either way, it's a really, really awesome alternative football league, and you guys should check it out. If you haven't, give it a shot. Lord have mercy. Tuesday, we got the UFL Insiders, 8:30 p.m. Central. So that's an hour later than what we normally start. This won't be routine, but sometimes when a guest needs a little bit later or we have to move some things around and shuffle, we do this. So no problem at all. Check that out. We're going to discuss some roster updates, some news, and anything we can talk about regarding UFL that isn't far-fetched and speculative. I will drop the guest tomorrow on social media. So check for that. Good guest. I will say he represents DC. And he'll bring some of that DC flavor in here to discuss some things with us. As far as other shows, we don't have anything scheduled right now. The UFL season is upon us, so things are going to get a little busy my way. I know right now I plan on not being in town for the first couple weekends for the first couple games. After that, it should line back out where I'm free more again. But definitely we'll have some shows regarding, weeks 1 and 2, no doubt. Just got to get it lined out. Most likely looking at a Sunday and Tuesday. After that, the games are completed. So probably Tuesday evening. So that's the UFL Insiders, guys. Remember, this is the AFN Interview Series. If you're watching this, I appreciate it. This show is strictly made just to interview people in football. That's what we shoot for here. Doesn't matter if it's a coach, player, a media person, anybody. That's kind of what it's about. So As far as UFL insiders, you know that's UFL specific, and we talk UFL there. Appreciate you watching if you watched. Always appreciate the support, and thank you for wasting your time with me tonight. Thank you again. Had some comments come in. Predator Couple. What's up, Predator Couple? How are you? We're almost there. I'll see you in Houston very soon. But yeah, guys, if you watched at home tonight, I appreciate you greatly. I'll have the links to Jaden and Trajan, so you can find them on Twitter. Both good LFA athletes. They play for the, I'm going to screw this up, I always do, Gallos. Did I say that right, Mike G? Gallos. They're the Black Roosters. So that's a cool team, though. They've got some unique team names and logos and such down there, which really I think is pretty cool because it really gives a different kind of cultural significance to the leagues that are down there. Mike said close enough. Predator Couple, new mask. Upgraded mask. So Predator Couple has some new masks ready to go. They're upgraded from last year, I'm guessing. Sounds good, Predator Couple. I'll be looking for you, man. I promise. So yeah, guys. Appreciate you watching. It's fun as always. Check the show out Tuesday night, 8:30 p.m. Central. I'll be there. We'll talk some UFL and have a good time. Appreciate you again watching if you did. Thank you to the Gridiron crew. I appreciate you guys hooking me up with them interviews and contacts and athletes. I've met some really awesome players through their agency. So thank you guys again for trusting me with interviewing your athletes. It's a great pleasure. It really is. As far as AFN Interview Series, I'm not sure when we'll do another one just because UFL kicks in. So we'll see. Just want to put that out there. Predator Couple. Section 116, they said. So they're in 116. Sounds good, Predator Couple. Rice Stadium's going to look a little different, I know. All right, guys. That's it for me. Like, follow, and share, please. If you got some comments, comment in. If you want to send me a message, please do. I'll interact. Just busy, so don't know when I'll get to it. But when I do, I will. I promise. It's always a pleasure. It's always fun. Just going to keep on living, man. That's what we're doing. Thank you again for watching, everybody. It's always a pleasure. Good night.
Go hard, go home, go home, go hard, go hard, go home, go hard, go hard, go home, go hard, go hard, go home, touchdown like an end zone. When the circle turn to my home, can't get me out of my zone. Go hard.